Your Honor, the state is requesting DNA testing in this case. The state's alleging fraud. Both parties have admitted that Mr. Granados was not the child's father.
So, excuse me, Your Honor. I
No, no, no.
So the reason why we are here is not because the court or the state filed against me. It's because I wanted to put myself on child support. Now, I understand that I'm not the biological father, sir. When that child was born, sir, I was in the hospital present, sir. I signed his birth certificate, sir. He carries my last name. The real biological father was nowhere to be found. But my name is on his birth certificate.
That doesn't matter, sir, because you and the mom or you or whoever did it that in front and not in conformity with the laws of the state of Texas. I can put my name on that birth certificate, but that doesn't make me dad, okay? It doesn't.
So why is it that 5 years later, I just don't understand, why is it 5 years later she wants to say now, if this was the case, why did this happen when he was born? Why does it have to happen 5 years later when I try to put myself on child support to see my son? This is crazy.
The state's alleging fraud. The man who signed the birth certificate is not the real father.
As in the interest of Granados' minor child, not considered a party being Philip Richard Alexander Granados, considered a party being Alexia Hannah Updike in this marriage before the court on the original petition to significant parent-child relationship with and the knowledge of paternity. Of course, taking judicial notice of the court file, note for the record that both parties were previously served in January of 2024. So both parties are properly before the court in conformity with the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure. So at this time, I ask state for an opening to tell the court what the state's requesting and what you understand agreements and contests to be at this time. Thank you.
Your Honor, the state is requesting DNA testing in this case. The state's alleging fraud. Both parties have admitted that Mr. Granados was not the child's father. However, Mr. Granados has indicated he would not cooperate with DNA testing, so the state is also asking if the court would consider allowing the child's father or alleged father to participate in DNA testing. He indicated a willingness to cooperate, but was not able to attend today. The state is also requesting the appointment of an ad litem for the child going forward. There have been multiple convictions for assault family violence in this case. Mr. Granados recently pled guilty to harassment in February of this year. Those are all Bell County cases. And I don't think it's in the child's best interest to have possession or access going until we can get an attorney for the child.
And possession and access with the actual biological father or the alleged biological father, Mr. Granados?
Mr. Granados.
He's still asking for access and visitation?
Yes, Your Honor.
So excuse me, Your Honor.
No. You do not get to interrupt until I tell it's okay for you to speak, sir. Okay, this is a court of law. She's up, and you'll get a chance to speak in a moment in your own behalf. But first things first.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and you say the mother is present, but the alleged real biological father is not. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else in your opening where I can allow Mr. Granados the opportunity to speak?
Your Honor, just if we do any orders today, I'd request non-disclosure for Ms. Updike's information.
All right, good enough. All right, Mr. Granados, your turn.
All right, I'm sorry about this, sir.
That's okay. I know you're not
lawyer. My name is Philip Granados. Nehemiah Granados. Right. So the reason why we are here is not because the court or the state filed against me. It's because I filed for myself. I wanted to put myself on child support. Now, I understand that I'm not the biological father, sir. And I understand that I have a history with, I have a past, but since 2018, of November 20th of 2018, when that child was born, sir, I was in the hospital present, sir. I signed his birth certificate, sir. I took that upon myself. He carries my last name. The real biological father was nowhere to be found. The mother of the child, she let me, claim him and take him under. Sir, biologically, he's not my child, but I love that little. There's nothing that I would not do for him. And this is the reason why we're here now, because there's guys out here who don't do for the kids. And I understand that I've made stuff and I've done stuff in the past, but I can't nobody tell me that my son that I can't, and
All right,
It's
here's the deal,
crazy
sir.
to me.
I got to cut you off here for a moment, sir, but I do have to cut you off. Here's the deal, sir. If you're not that child's biological father, there is nothing I can do about that, sir, because you and she did not uh, uh, get you to be the child's father properly, which means by adoption. If you're not bio dad, then the only way that you could be that child's father if you went through a legitimate adoption, sir. Otherwise, it's not done. It can't be done, sir. If you're
So the
not
birth is
dad, then because the other father wasn't noticed and done properly, there's nothing I can do about that, sir. I'm looking at having to order DNA tests. And if you're not dad, you're not dad, and you're not entitled to have any rights as a father, sir.
but my name is on his birth certificate.
That doesn't matter, sir, because you and the mom, or you or whoever did it, that in front and not in conformity with the laws of the state of Texas. I can put my name on that birth certificate, but that doesn't make me dad. Okay, it doesn't.
So why is it that 5 years later, I just don't understand, why is it 5 years later she wants to say him now, if this was the case, why did this happen when he was born? Why does it have to happen 5 years later when I try to put myself on child support to see my son?
Okay, here's the deal, sir. I don't know why, but the bottom line is that's not your son. If you're not the biological
I'm sorry, do you hear me?
Yes, sir. If you're not the biological father, that's not your son.
I can't hear. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, he is my son.
No,
he is my
sir.
son.
I'm not legally he's not your son, sir. I'm not going to argue with you about it. Okay, I know what the law is, and you're making
that's fine.
Emotional argument that doesn't have any basis in Texas law. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Well, can't nobody tell me that he's mine or he's not mine. So that's fine.
Well,
thank you.
All right then, sir. And you don't want to take a DNA test, is that correct, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. All right then, sir. I'm going to go ahead and well, first off, sir, you just told the court in a live courtroom, but you're not dad. All right.
I am dad. I never said I am dad.
I'm sorry. You're sorry. You just told the court that you're not the biological father. Is that correct, sir?
I mean, what do you want, a DNA test?
Yes, sir.
I'm not giving a DNA test. I'm his dad. I'm his daddy. He's never known anybody else. His biological dad knew about him and didn't want to do it.
Here's the deal, sir. I'm finding at this point that there's inconclusive evidence that you are the father. I'm going to go ahead and allow DNA testing for the alleged father and the child and the mom. I'm not going to set up any orders making a finding that you are the child's biological father at this point, because I've got no evidence, sir, to the effect that you are the biological father. And until I get evidence one way or the other, yay or nay, I'm not going to set up anything. I'm going to keep everything as is. I'm not going to order visitation, child support, anything along those lines until I get a DNA test from either you or the real dad, or the alleged biological father, where the court can proceed under the laws of the state of Texas as far as what I can do for a biological father. So at this time, sir, if you want to go out and hire your own lawyer and file any type of counter you wish, you can go out and seek such at this time, sir. But the bottom line, sir, at this time, I'm making a finding that the child is not your, I'm sorry. Based on your testimony, I'm going to say to the child that the court has sufficient reason to believe that the child is not your biological child. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the court-ordered DNA test. You can participate in that testing if you want. But I'm definitely going to go ahead and order for the mom, the child, and the alleged biological father. And like I say, if you want to participate, you can. But otherwise, that's going to be the court order. And I'll ask the state to prepare that.
So if I don't participate, then what happens?
What's going to happen, sir? The real dad will participate, and if it comes back he is the biological father, I will find that he's the biological father and proceed with child support, visitation, and so forth and so on with the real bio dad.
Okay. So if the real biological father, if he says that, what happens? I don't understand what's next. Do I need to hire an attorney, or what if I don't take the DNA test? What's going to happen?
Okay, sir. I can't speculate what's going to happen. I can tell you I'm ordering the DNA test, and whoever comes back as bio dad is the one that will get the court order, sir. And if you want to do something different, you need to go seek your own legal advice from a licensed attorney, sir.
This is crazy. Well, at least I tried, for 5 years I tried. And can't nobody else say that. Can't nobody ever say that they tried to, I raised a kid that wasn't, like, come on now, bro, this is crazy. But okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. Thank you. And I will be having an attorney. Thank you.
All right, yes, sir. Go talk to your own, again, I can't give you legal advice, sir. And you need to talk to your own counsel. All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Hubbard, do the order.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, and amend the pleadings to include who the alleged father, the real bio father is, and the court will find that the father did. He wasn't under oath, but he did come before the court and admitted, the person that did the AOP admitted that he was not the biological father. So based on that, I'm going to go ahead and grant that DNA testing, and let's get this done. And let's go ahead and appoint that item. So let's go ahead and appoint Ms. Garcia.
Your Honor, Ms. Garcia was representing him in one of his criminal matters.
Okay, and Ms. Garcia's out. Then let's go ahead and go with okay. Let's see who's next. All right, let's go with Mr. Brimhall.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. The mom still here?
I am still here. I'm present.
All right, Ms. Updike, you have to turn your video over. Raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you're gonna give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I swear.
All right, then, ma'am. You've heard the discussions that have been going on. Is it your testimony today that the AOP was not done correctly? That the person that's listed in the AOP that just left the courtroom is not the biological father of this child?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And the state has the name of the real biological father?
Yes, sir.
And the state's telling the court that he will go ahead and do the DNA testing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, the state's going to prepare an order for such, ma'am, and I've given the child a lawyer. So the child's lawyer's name is Isaac Brimhall. And
Okay.
if you have any questions about anything going forward, you can contact him. But remember, ma'am, he's not your lawyer, he's your child's lawyer, and he's going to do what's in your child's best interest. And I'm unfortunate for the gentleman that was in here, it's in the best interest of the child that the real father be named the father and not somebody. You can't commit, you can't do, I'm not going to call it fraud. You can't sign off on one of those and actually terminate, what technically is terminate the parental rights of the real parent without a proper proceeding. So the court's going to go ahead and set this up and do it in accordance with the law. So at this time, Ms. Updike, do you have any questions?
I think the only question I have is, I don't even know if I can ask, but I'm going to ask anyways. There's an extensive background of family violence and domestic violence between Philip Granados and I. I think at this point, I'm just scared. Just to be completely...
He's not a part, technically why he's still in this case. He's not a part of this case. He doesn't have any rights whatsoever. I'm going to grant the non-disclosure. So man, he's in the same category of being just a third-party person. So again, since I can't make any orders for him, I can't technically make any orders against him other than the non-disclosure. And you have the absolute right to protect yourself in any manner, way, shape, or form as if he was just a stranger on the street, okay?
Okay.
So obviously you don't have to have, and I'm not ordering any contact, and I'm ordering non-disclosure. Anything else that comes up, ma'am, then obviously as a stranger, you have the absolute right. You can ask the ad litem where you might go, but obviously, ma'am, you're probably eligible for protective orders by a private attorney, by the county attorney's office and the district attorney's office. I haven't practiced before these guys in forever, and I know the county attorney of Bell County used to always do the protective orders, and every now and then the district attorney would do one when it was related to a criminal case. So you might want, if you're looking for protection, then you might want to go ahead and see about contacting those two offices for that purpose. And you could ask the ad litem whether or not because for the protection of his client, is there anything else that can be done? And if you're worried about any type of protection for the child, then Ms. Hubbard, I would go ahead and grant the ad litem the right to proceed in district court under this cause number with a protective order if he deems necessary for his client. And obviously that would be inclusive of the mom, okay?
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, so I'll go ahead and authorize that. But tell Mr. Brimhall if he does go that route and he wants a protective order before the district court, let the judge know so I can give the DJ the heads up, okay?
Okay.
All right, anything else, Ms. Hubbard?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
I have one more question. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Nehemiah is in school. Will this order, will I be able to get some type of paperwork so I can take to the school? Because I do not want to send him back to school until I have some type of paperwork to where Mr. Granados cannot get in contact with my son.
Ms. Hubbard, put in that paperwork until further order court. Mr. Granados is not to have any access whatsoever to the child personally or through any type of third-party institution, including schools, hospital, the normal things that a real parent would have access to, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And that way mom can take that straight to the school and say, hey, he's that have no access to anything concerning the child or the child's records.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else then? Any other questions, Ms. Updike?
No, sir. That's going to be all. Thank you so much, Your Honor. You have a good one.
All right. Have a happy Easter and be careful out there, ma'am. And don't eat too many chocolate bunnies or Easter eggs, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Do not even think about hitting me upside the head with one of those confetti-filled eggs. I will have you arrested, all right?
Okay, sounds good.
I threaten my own kids with that one, all right? And I will have my deputies arrest you.
Y'all have a wonderful one. Happy Easter.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And we're off the record.